Thank you, Mr. President. A few weeks ago, on August 27th, Louisiana and southeastern Texas were hit by Hurricane Laura. I say Louisiana because if you look at some of the press reports, they say southwest Louisiana. But the impact of Hurricane Laura in Louisiana was much greater. The storm came
The Senate will be in order.
The storm came on shore in southwest Louisiana, in Cameron Parish. It headed north, then moved northeast, and finished in the northeastern part of our state. I have seen the damage from the air and on the ground. I've never seen a hurricane do this kind of damage in any state, much less Louisiana. The path of destruction is about 60 miles wide, starting in southwest Louisiana, running north, bending to the northeast, and it's about 200 miles long. We took it full in the face. When you see devastation like this, and when you go through something like this, you start to understand that we human beings are a vain lot. We think we control nature, but nature controls us. Our entire electrical system went down. Our water system went down. Our internet went down. Our cable TV went down. It was a Category 4 storm, winds of up to 150 miles an hour. This storm was unusual in that the winds were sustained and did not dissipate as it got further inland. We took it full in the face. Now, it doesn't do any good to complain. Louisianians are resilient people. We live by the old Japanese proverb, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. And we're standing back up. About 60% of our electrical power has been restored. We now have water back. In some cases, there are still some boil orders because the water's not clean. But we are deficient in one area, and that's cable TV and internet, with an emphasis on internet, Mr. President. I want you to understand, Mr. President, I'm not talking here about a mere inconvenience. I'm not talking about people missing their favorite television shows. I'm talking about kids' education. I'm talking about the ability to deliver health care, and I'm talking about the ability to conduct commerce. None of those things can be done in today's world without internet. The internet, particularly in southwest Louisiana, is provided by a company called Suddenlink. Suddenlink. Suddenlink is owned, it was purchased by a company called Altice USA. Its CEO is a gentleman who I have not had the pleasure of meeting, Mr. Dexter Goai. And I'm here today to plead with Suddenlink to please get our internet restored. Suddenlink has done such an abysmal job that Suddenlink needs to change its name to Neverlink. Suddenlink provides internet service to 150,000 Louisianians. I haven't studied their financials, but at, let's say, $150 a month, if you include the cable television part, Louisianians pay Suddenlink, soon to be named Neverlink if they don't do a better job, about $23 million a month. Now, all of our public utilities have been working very hard, Madam President. Entergy's worked hard, AT&T has worked hard, CenterPoint Energy has worked hard to get our utilities restored so we can start recovering. Suddenlink has not worked hard. At one point, we had 29,000 people on the ground helping us to restore our water system, helping us to restore our electric power, helping us cut trees, helping us to get tarps on roofs. We had, at most, 300 representatives from Suddenlink. 300 representatives to handle restoring internet for 150,000 Louisianians. Suddenlink should be ashamed of itself. We have restored about 60% of our electrical power, Madam President. We've restored about 16% of our internet. And once again, I'm not talking about someone missing their favorite television program. As you know, Madam President, because you have the same situation in Alaska, all of our public schools are not open. All of our private schools aren't open because of the virus. Many of our kids are having to learn remotely, and they can't do it without the internet. They can't. You're also aware, Madam President, of how internet is integral to the ability to deliver health care. I don't know a single business today that can operate without the internet. And many of our businesses, including our small businesses, because they can't have customers coming into their shops, are doing a lot of their commerce over the internet. There's just one problem in Louisiana because of Suddenlink dragging its feet. We don't have internet, and we can't recover without it. Now, this is what I don't mean to be overly critical, Madam President, but this has just gotten out of hand. Every one of our public utilities has done yeoman's work, just an extraordinary job, except one. And if Mr. Dexter Goai is listening tonight, and I don't mean to be overly critical, I plan to visit with him in the next couple of days. I think he's finally agreed to come visit Louisiana. We have 3 requests, Madam President. First of all, we need workers on the ground. You can't restore the internet service without people working to restore the internet service. And let me say it again. Entergy, just to pick one of our utility companies, has over 10,000 workers restoring the power. Suddenlink, which provides internet for 150,000 of our people, has a grand total of 300 people. Can't be done. We're clearly not a priority, even though 150,000 of my people write a monthly check to Suddenlink. Number one, Suddenlink respectfully put some people on the ground and get our internets restored. Number two, we need a local office from Suddenlink. They don't even have one. Maybe it's because they don't have internet. But many people lost their homes. At a minimum, they lost their roofs. They don't have cable boxes. They have to have somebody they can go to and say, here's my old box, give me a new box. But Suddenlink doesn't even have a local office. And number three, I'm going to ask Mr. Goy to please commit to our state leadership to start giving us a daily update on restoring this service. How many homes and businesses have been added each day? Again, I know I'm repeating myself, Madam President. I don't mean to be overly critical, and we've been very patient in Louisiana. But the time has come to call it like it is and say it like it is. At the rate they're going, Suddenlink needs to change its name to Neverlink in Louisiana. We cannot recover without internet. We can't do it. And Suddenlink has let us down, Madam President.